In this particular lecture, let's go ahead and let's learn how to write a very first Hello World program on a Windows machine. So we have already downloaded Python and we have downloaded Pycharm as well. So Python is nothing but the interpreter, which is going to interpret the code which we're going to write. And Pycharm is the place where we will be writing our program. However, for the initial few lectures, when we cover the Python basics, we will be making use of something which is called as a Python shell to write a Python code. So now, let's learn how we could use a Python shell. So when you download Python, Python shell is downloaded along with it. And in order to access the Python shell, you simply go to the search bar, search for Python, and this Python app which actually pops up over here is nothing but your Python shell, which allows you to write Python code. So simply open this thing up. And as you can see, this right here is a Python shell where you could execute your code line by line. Now, one of the best things about this Python shell is that this shell is interactive. That means when you write one line of code and hit enter, Python immediately executes that line of code and gives you out the result. So now let's go ahead and let's write our very first Hello World program on this Python shell. Okay, so now let's learn how we could write our very first program in here, which is for printing up Hello World. So in Python, whenever you have to print something on the output screen, there's an inbuilt function in Python, which is called as the print function. So whenever you have to call the print function, you simply say print. And as this is a function, as you need to call the function, you need to use parentheses here. And to this particular function, we pass in any kind of string which we need to print. So, as we need to print Hello World message on the output console, here I need to pass in Hello World as a string, and in Python, strings are always represented in double quotes or single quotes. So I'll type in double quotes here, and I would simply say Hello World. And that's it. Now, we have written our very first line of code here. And as this is an interactive shell, if I actually have to execute this code, I would simply hit enter. And as you can see, we got the result over here like Hello World. And whenever you have to exit out of this shell, you could either manually close it from here, or you could type in exit parentheses, hit enter. And that's actually going to close the shell for you. And whenever you have to reopen the shell, simply go ahead and search for Python, and you should be able to open up the Python shell here. So once you have learned how to use the basic Python shell on a Windows machine from the next lecture onwards, let's go ahead and let's start learning about basic concepts in Python. However, remember that I will be using a Mac, as that is my primary device of work. So I will be writing all the code on Mac. However, there should be no any difference between execution of the code on Mac and Windows. And whenever I find that certain set of steps are different on Mac and Windows, I will make sure to have lectures for both Mac and Windows for those particular lectures. So that's it for this lecture, and I'll see you guys in the next one.